In this video, we're going to be learning how to add a new group to a span of care, and specifically in this video, how to add a Sunday school class to the span of care of Sunday school classes. So you can see in this one, I am logged in as Clay DeWeese. We're going to come up to, in the main screen, in the main menu, we're going to come to Groups. We're going to select View All Groups. And then in the upper right corner, you're going to see Add a Group. We're going to add a group. And then we're just going to follow the questions that it asks us. This one, it says select a group type for the new group. Well, what kind of group do we want to add? We want to add a Sunday school class. So select Sunday school. And the next, we're going to name that Sunday school class. So with this one, it's the Stronger Life. A description, you can put a description in here of are these people with no kids? Are they people with middle school kids? Any kind of description that would show up that's describing this class. Now this is public, so whatever you put here in the description is public. It's the same time zone. The start date we will put as of today. Actually, let's put it as of, I think they've been meeting for 2 weeks. So let's see. That would have been Sunday the 16th. It's co-ed. Married or single can join, any age. It's unlocked so that people can join, and it's searchable because we do want Sunday school classes searchable so people can find that the Sunday school class exists in the small group finder. So it begins, this is the 11:05 class, so we're going to put in that it begins at 11:05. Actually, this is the date that it begins, which was, March 16th, starting at 11:05 a.m. This repeats weekly, every Sunday. We do not want it to stop repeating. We want it to go every single Sunday, so do not have a stop repeating. This schedule right here is what is going to allow for attendance to be taken. If you do not have these dates correct, then they will either not be able to backdate to add attendance, or if they stop getting emails that are reminding them to take attendance, it's because there's some kind of stop repeating right here that's telling the system they no longer need meet, so they no longer need emails for Sunday school class. Oh, I'm sorry. Right here it says this is meets weekly on Sunday every week. This is if you had something that met every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, but Sunday school is going to be every week. This is not when it stops. This is how often it's meeting. So we click next. Now the location name is just going to be Stonebridge Room A209. No description needed. The address is going to be 1 Stonebridge Drive, The Woodlands, Texas 77382. And the group location is not private, so you don't check that box. Then you click next. Now, this is going to be who can view this group, who can manage this group. You really don't want anybody, well, I don't know, actually everybody can view the group because you want them to see who's in what Sunday school classes. But who's managing the group, you don't want everybody being able to mess with your group. So pretty much the managers are who you want to keep in there. It's going to be you, Clay, me, Brian, Steve. Anybody who's the manager of a Sunday school group type is going to be able to go in there and see it. So those are defaulted that they're managers of this group, which is fine. So now at the top, it's going to ask us, do we want to add people to this group? And yes, we do, because we know who our teachers are, so we want to add people. Now, we're going to start with the names. You can type in the start of different names, put them in. We have Jimmy Ray. Jimmy Ray, you said, is going to be a leader and a teacher, so we would add him, save, and add another. We're going to add Reed Geddes. He's also a leader. Matt Bohan, he's also a leader. Then you said that their wives are going to be going. If you wanted to add a few, you could put in like Slinkards. Now there's a lot of Slinkards, so it makes it a little tougher. But like Lloyd is going to be a member, Christine is going to be a member. You can select both of them. That's going to save both of them into the class. Then we have two. So what I could have done was on the Rays done the same thing and had one as a member and one as a leader instead of going in individually and putting them in. That makes it a little bit quicker. Then we have Lisa Geddes. It's going to be a member. And Christy Geddes. Now, one thing to remember is when they're logging in, Christy Bohan, is if the username and password that they use in Fellowship One in order to log in is connected to the wife's name, the wife is a member, not a leader, so they're not going to see leader information. If they are logging in and not seeing leadership information, that's why. They need to create their own username and password that is connected to their name in Fellowship One, not their wife's name in Fellowship One, and then they will be able to see leadership information. Unless you make the wives leaders as well. If the wives are leaders, then they'll be able to see the information. But username and passwords, when you log into Fellowship One, are individually tied into to people. And so those permissions are tied to people. So now we come in, we have the group, it's the Stronger Life. Here's everybody who's in it. It shows you if they're leaders or members. You can come back up here to groups, view all, and we're just double checking now to see what all we have. We go into spans of care. Under spans of care right here, Clay, you'll have Sunday morning adult study groups, and there's the Stronger Life, and it's included. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.